brutal refusal. Doria's brutal refusal. What happened this time? We'll be talking about that more in details in a second. Before we do that, if you are not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. We know Doria Raglan, she left Meghan's place. She doesn't live there anymore. And I have mentioned and raised questions about her emotional connection with those so-called kids that she was supposed to be looking after, Archie, Lily. The reason for that was because, for me, it seemed a bit strange that the grandmother would just pack up and leave one day and not have any feelings for the grandchildren. I find that a little bit odd and strange, but that's how Doria's character is anyways. So not talking about that today anymore. But now we know that Meghan Markle, she wants to do more business, more show, more nonsense, garbage stuff with Netflix. Netflix has now a new demand, and that is that when we will be broadcasting your next show, when we will be filming your next show, it will be about family, it will be about Christmas and all that. Therefore, we must have to have your family member. Now, we do not have any family member for Meghan Markle left. Obviously, Prince Harry doesn't talk to his father at all. So he doesn't have any family member either who could come for the Christmas, for the filming for Netflix. So they reached out to Doria Raglan, and Doria said to Netflix and to Meghan Markle, F you, I'm not going to be appearing in the next show for my daughter Meghan Markle. That's the level of dissatisfaction she has, Doria, with Meghan and also Netflix. She is done. Meghan Markle right now is groveling, she's begging, she is crying, she is screaming for Doria to come back, because without any family member, this show is going to be an absolute flop, and there is going to be no purpose of having that kind of show. Now, there is this another report, guys, that suggests instead of Doria Raglan, it will be, yes, you got it right, Netflix is pushing it really hard, and they want some people from the family. So it will be, again, according to some report, Lily and Archie who will be appearing for the next Netflix show for Meghan Markle. Okay, that's the news we have at the moment. Now, I cannot confirm if that will happen, but that is what the talk is about when it comes to a Netflix show. I want to actually show you or share with you some other outburst, if you like, of these people like pDina, Chris Rock. Then we'll talk about Trevor Noah. We'll show and share some clip where they're all making fun of Meghan Markle and blasting her, and then also share with you videos from Angela Levine and also Dan Wootton. So you do not want to go anywhere. Let's talk about pDina, what she is saying, actually how she is blasting Meghan Markle for this one. Take a listen.
Woman is so in the gutter and desperate. You know it's bad when you're bringing in a bully to be your highest guest, you're the biggest, the most profiled or the most known person on your show as a guest. You know it's bad if you have to resort to a bully to appear on your show. This is nothing more than Meghan in the company of a woman that she can relate to, because she knows.
Okay, so basically Meghan Markle is going to be bringing this particular bully, Tegan, to her show as a guest, and this is not sitting well with pDina. How can you invite this individual as your chief guest? Because it reflects really Meghan's own character, that she's also a bully. Now, when we talk about Meghan Markle, everything is just falling apart, including this one. Take a listen.
This is a culinary horror show with a special guest star, a worm. Yes, in Meghan's own carefully framed Instagram story, you can see an inchworm doing a desperate jailbreak from her artisanal dirt discs. The poor thing looked like it had just been cast in an A24 horror film and wanted out immediately. And honestly, shocked. Not really. Meghan gives off the vibe of someone who picks herbs from the garden without checking for bugs, then smirks about the freshness. She probably thinks it's rustic. You know, like the Victorian era, but with worse hygiene. The detail is almost poetic. Meghan's whole brand is attention to detail. Except apparently when it comes to food safety. Forget FDA guidelines. Meghan's kitchen feels more like a cross between an Etsy pop-up and a compost heap. The cookies featured not just jam and flour sprinkles, but also this lively inchworm, possibly an unpaid intern. Watching the footage is an emotional rollercoaster. Meghan...
Unpaid intern. I love the wording. It's so funny. But that's really what is going on in Meghan's world. Her advertisement, they're horrible. Her food, they're very unhygienic. And her whole brand is so tainted at the moment. And this is why people like Chris Rock, they're all making fun of her. Take a listen.
Like, what's this girl, Meghan Markle? Ah, seemed like a nice lady. Just complaining. I was like, didn't she hit the light skin lottery? Hit the fucking light skin lottery and still going on complaining.
Oh my gosh, I work
Still going on complaining. Let's take a listen at the next one.
so hard and
Trying to be a victim.
But seriously, it's got to sell the mommy lifestyle. And it's got to be all about me. But not seem like it's all about me. In California, we're just a regular couple living close to Oprah and far from the paparazzi. Woo! But not too far.
Lock on.
I mean, everyone just making fun. Chris Rock made fun of her on multiple occasions, including Trevor Noah. Take a listen.
Holy shit. He said what?
Harry and Meghan are leaving the palace to become financially independent. And you see, this is what happens when you bring the first black woman into the royal family. Yeah, she looked at Harry and she's like, "Nigga, you need to get a job. You a grown-ass man. You can't still be living in your mama's house, Harry."
Have you ever seen that video?
No.
Pull that video up, because it's one of my favorite.
No more following Granny's rules. Don't wear your pants on your head, Harry. Don't bath on the butler, Harry. If I want to play polo in my living room, who's gonna stop me?
Okay, so that is going to be so funny. I have not watched the whole thing, but to me, it looks like it is very hilarious. This is actually getting noticed by the whole world because Meghan and Harry, they have now become laughing stock. Let's take a listen at this.
I was under the impression that she's got 3 nannies, but also she's had her mother. And her mother has looked after her children enormously for a very long time. So she would do anything that they wanted. But she's now sort of shut her case and gone because she's fed up with Meghan's moaning and she doesn't want to do it anymore. So I think this is the panic, because if you're out and about, you need a nanny there. But they're not so young now, so that you can play with them and they can understand things, and it's easier. They're not going to scream all the time because and you don't know whether they want to go to sleep or whether they want to eat or any of those things. But they are incredibly important. But a lot of women get quite jealous that the child, the baby, gets more in love with the nanny than it does with their mother, because they
Absolutely. I mean, Meghan doesn't know or doesn't want to raise kids. If she has those surrogate invisible children is still in her possession. But these days it is not the problem with just having a nanny, because Doria Raglan could actually work and solve that problem. She could actually work for Meghan Markle as a nanny, solve the problem for her. But now, because Doria is so fed up and she's gone, she packed up and she left, Meghan Markle is facing multiple problems Doria could solve easily, including not appearing for Netflix show by Doria Raglan that she refused, and I mentioned this in the beginning of this video, guys. So yeah, I mean, things are not panning out for Meghan Markle very well, and it's just gonna be one disaster after another one. We'll have to wait and find out more about Doria's appearance, where she is going, what she is doing. And then we'll talk more about Meghan's stories too. Thank you so much for joining, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. I have some other comments here. DMO, Diane. Have a wonderful day. Take care.